Heavens on the Go, Friday, September 12th, 2025. Topic: Spiritual Eyes, Part 2. Memory verse: Psalm 119:18. Open thou mine eyes, that I may behold wondrous things out of thy law. Bible reading: 2 Kings 6:15-23. And when the servant of the man of God was risen early and gone forth, behold, an host compassed the city both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do? And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes, that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw. And behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. And when they came down to him, Elisha prayed unto the Lord and said, Smite this people, I pray thee, with blindness. And he smote them with blindness, according to the word of Elisha. And Elisha said unto them, This is not the way, neither is this the city. Follow me, and I will bring you to the man whom ye seek. But he led them to Samaria. And it came to pass, when they were come into Samaria, that Elisha said, Lord, open the eyes of these men, that they may see. And the Lord opened their eyes, and they saw. And behold, they were in the midst of Samaria. And the king of Israel said unto Elisha, when he saw them, My father, shall I smite them? Shall I smite them? And he answered, Thou shalt not smite them. Wouldest thou smite those whom thou hast taken captive with thy sword and with thy bow? Set bread and water before them, that they may eat and drink, and go to their master. And he prepared great provision for them. And when they had eaten and drunk, he sent them away, and they went to their master. So the bands of Syria came no more into the land of Israel. The message. Today, I will conclude my discussion on spiritual eyes as part of the series I started 3 days ago. In today's Bible reading, an army came to arrest Elisha, and his servant became afraid. Elisha, however, was not bothered. He told his servant that those who were with them were more than those who were against them. He then prayed that God should open his servant's eyes. Even though the boy wasn't physically blind and could see the Syrian army, his spiritual eyes needed to be opened so he could see God's mighty army surrounding them. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw. And behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. 2 Kings 6:17. After God opened the spiritual eyes of Elisha's servant, his fear of the Syrian army must have disappeared immediately. Elisha then asked God to smite the Syrian soldiers with blindness, and he led them to the king's palace. He wasn't holding any weapon, neither did he bind the soldiers. He just told them to follow him, and because they had become blind, they followed him into their enemy's territory. They would have lost their lives that day if Elisha had not stopped the king from killing them. He was able to arrest the soldiers who came to arrest him because he could see beyond the physical. In 1 Samuel 17, Israel was being tormented by Goliath. The torment went on for 40 days and nights because there was no one on the battlefield whose spiritual eyes were opened. They all saw a formidable giant, but David came to the battlefield and saw Goliath as a dead man. David said to him, I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel. whom you have defied. Today I will cut off your head and feed the Philistine army to the birds, so that the whole world will know that there is a God in Israel. 1 Samuel 17:45-46. Beloved, what you see with your spiritual eyes will go a long way in determining if you will live as a victim or a victorious believer. If you have surrendered your life to Jesus Christ, spend quality time in constant fellowship with Him. As you do this, I pray that the Lord will open your spiritual eyes. If, however, the Lord has already opened your spiritual eyes, I pray for greater revelations for you in Jesus' name. Reflection. Are your spiritual eyes open? Bible reading in 1 year. Daniel 6-8. Hymn for today. I need thee every hour. The Open Heavens is written by Pastor E.A. Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. God bless you.